Hey guys, and welcome to today's vlog. It's an exciting one. Today we are loose jumping 3 horses, kind of. And by we, I mean myself and Brona. Brona is my friend who owns Mav, so the first horse we're going to loose jump is Mav. He's a 3-year-old. He has jumped on the loose once or twice before, so he has an idea of what he's doing. But now that he's in work and he's stronger, I'm excited, like, you know, we can see what he's like and how he jumps. And the other 2 horses we're gonna loose jump is Wiggy and Delphi. So Wiggy is 2 years old and Delphi is only a yearling, so obviously they will not be jumping, but we're gonna bring them in and put them through the chute and put them over a pole on the ground and just let them see what it's all about. Like, it's just desensitizing, really. It's just good for them to get in and around and see what life is like in their future, and put them over a pole just for the fun of it. So that'll be really nice to see them. You guys haven't really seen them in ages. Wiggy is huge, guys. He's like 16'2". He's really big. And Delphi's just like the cutest thing ever, and she's so bold, like naughty and also brave. She's just like, just marches around, she's the boss. Oh, she's so funny. Anyway, she's such a character. So yes, the first step is to set up the free jumping, which obviously there's nothing in the arena right now, so I'm going to do that. Brona is on her way, but I said I'll just start setting it up before she gets here. And I have some rope to cut the arena in half, because I'm not chasing these horses the whole way around this arena. I'm just going to cut it in half, so they just have the jump along this short side, and then they just go ew, and then before those jumps they'll come around. So just be like, make it a bit smaller. So that's the plan. I'm excited. Okay, we're all set up. Got this rope. They're gonna go around. Gonna come around through the chute, over the little pole, around. That gate will obviously be closed and the dog will not be there. Hopper, you helping? Yeah, you're a great help. And then they come around and they just go around again. Easy peasy. So I'm just gonna wait for Brona and then I will get Mav in and get going. Very exciting. Wow, he's so wild, Brona. Hello. We got some treats for you if you jump like a good boy. Yes. You have to do a little bit of running around first. This isn't running. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, naughty boy.
Such a hind end. Good boy. Treat? Good boy. Treats. Treats.
He says I jump the jump and then I get the treats. This is very, very easy. Your nose is too big.
He keeps taking a really... Much better.
Well done, super. Matt was such a good boy. He was super confident. Really, I was just kind of going, go on, and then he would just kind of turn around and jump it every time. And then he stops and gets a treat. We like positive reinforcement around here. Good boy.
Good boy.
Jumping? Yeah. Not too much more, you're only a baby.
Next with a rider.
Yeah. Yeah. Well done. Kind of just does it.
It's like, nah mate, I've got the treats. Mav, are you really scared of the whip? Hmm? Yeah. Hi. Hello, baby. He's eating the nuts off the floor.
Yeah.
Let's see how hard it is to catch a 3-year-old now.
Oh yeah. I don't think we should have taken the whole crop.
No.
Oh no, he's crazy. He's crazy.
Good boy. Look how handsome you are.
Yes, you are. Check out your mates, eh?
It's a great dame.
Oh
Where's
my
a good
God.
boy?
You've made a big mess of her. What did you do?
Are you getting the mice? Hopper.
I got all the mice.
Get him! Get him! Get him!
Look, you need to put this away now.
Get him!
So naughty. Are.
Where are they? Get him!
You're going to shreds. No, don't do it again. No, out here now. Hopper, out. Out, 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 out.
Yes. Look at that booty. See you later.
All right, Mav, you're done. You're a very, very good boy. Cal's like, I want some attention, please. Now it's time for the other 2 Egypts. You can see them over there. There's Wiggy. Oh, he must be smiling, Cal. He's a dog. So just before we get Wiggy and Delphi in, I thought I would just chat a little bit about what their lives are kind of like at the moment, with a bit of an emphasis on their feeding, because as I've said in a couple of videos now, I've been working with Gain Equine Nutrition, just making sure we're feeding the horses exactly what they should be. Luckily, when we talked about the young horses, myself and the rep that I was talking to were pretty on the same page, and nothing's really going to change with those horses. Our horses' first introduction to feed is actually when they're with their mums. So at the moment, Welbeck gets fed once a day, and Zeffy always has his nose in that bucket, and that is basically creep feeding, where you feed the mare and then the foal also gets some as well. And that's why it's quite important to know what you're feeding your mares when they have foals at foot, because it needs to be suitable for foals as well. It can't just be something for the mare. So for that reason, we feed them stud cubes. It's totally formulated for mares and foals, and all young stock. So it's actually just very basic, very easy. We don't have to worry. We know that they're getting all the nutrition, the vitamins, the minerals they need. So that's what they start with, and then they get weaned around 6 months, and this is in the winter time. Our horses live out all year round, so in the winter our grass isn't the best quality, so we always supplement all the horses basically with hay and feed. So when they're weaned, they're already on the feed, they're already on the stud cubes from being with the mom, and this also helps with weaning because they're not actually as reliant on the milk because they're eating grass and they have this feed as well. So when we wean them, they go out with some other young horses and they still get fed the stud cubes and some hay as well. So I feel like there's a lot of change going on in their lives at that time, and all that stress isn't good for them, so I want to minimize that, and if I can keep anything constant I will, and I can keep their feed constant, they stay on the stud cubes, they know what that's like, and it's just something that I can keep the same for them. So when they're about a year old, it'll be summer again, they go out into the fresh grass. They don't really get fed over the summer, any of the horses except the ones in work, but none of the young horses do. With yearlings, I feel like there's definitely not one size fits all for feeding yearlings, because it can be tricky to feed enough that they're getting all the vitamins and minerals and nutrition they need to make sure that they reach their optimum growth, but not so much that you start running into issues like OCD, which is you know, when you have little chips in the joints, that can be from OCD, and some OCD is genetic, but some is nutritional, so you can actually cause it by feeding too much. So with that, a yearling should be able to get enough nutrition from just good quality grazing, to be honest. So that's why in the summer we don't feed them any extra. Yes, in the winter we do supplement because the grass is so poor quality and they don't come in, but in the summer they just stay out. On the other hand, if you do have a yearling that's going for sales, so you're sales prepping, then you have another story, because, you know, thoroughbred yearlings that are being lunged and exercised, they are gonna have higher nutritional requirements, especially minerals like calcium, phosphorus, magnesium. That's really, really important because they're using their muscles, they're growing muscles, they're developing their bones quicker, so they need that extra supplementation. So kind of for that reason, there is no one guide for feeding yearlings. It really depends on what body condition the yearling is in coming out of winter. What are your goals? Is it going to a sales? Is it just sitting in a field until it's 4 and can be ridden like mine? It totally depends. So yeah, and then for us, they basically just stay on that routine where they get hay and stud cubes during the winter when the grass is poor until they're 3, and then they're broken in, and then they start being fed according to like the riding horses are fed. So we keep it super simple. There's no changing feeds and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. If it's a normal yearling, they just get fed like that. It's simple. It's easy. They all live in the field together, so it means we can just throw the buckets out and they, you know, they swap buckets and mess around. It's no problem at all. So that's just what's easiest for us. So yeah, I'm not stressing you guys out with a million different feeds. We just feed the gain stud cubes. It's as easy as that. And the other thing I'll say is, if you have a yearling that's a little bit ribby, that's so fine. It's very normal for yearlings to be a little bit ribby. Obviously, if they're really losing weight and you're concerned, you should check that out, but they put so much effort into growing, they're going to have phases that they're ribby. And I will say, when you see Delphi, she's not ribby. She's actually a little bit too overweight. So she's just had access to a lot of grass, and over winter she will drop that weight a little bit, which is good because she's really, really quite fat at the moment. But yeah, I see a lot of pictures online of, you know, yearlings that are just a little bit, you can see their ribs a little bit, and then I see some people get a little bit upset about that, but I really, really wouldn't be concerned. They're young horses, they go through these big growth spurts and then they flatten out again. It's no problem. So yes, I will get Wiggy and Delphi in now for you guys, and we can see how they like going around some poles. Yeah, I'm excited to see what they think of it.
No. running directly at me. Sorry. Ooh. Woo!
Good girl. Don't look straight in front of you. Good girl.
She literally just runs directly. She thinks about it every time. He does, doesn't he?
Hey. Alright, you. Where'd you go? Hey. What's liberty, guys? That's how you teach her is liberty. These guys are not so quiet compared to Map, so we do leave the halters on. Will we be able to catch you? Delphi, yes, of course, because she's super friendly. But Wiggy's always a little bit more worried. He says, I don't know. He says, I don't know. He says, I'm not sure about you. Not sure about you. Sure about your treats though. Goodbye, guys. Did you have fun? Big thank you to Brona. I could not have done that without her. Bringing these two across down the road is always fun. But luckily I had Brona, top handler. Okay, time to go.
Come and relax now. That's hard on 3. Yeah.
Harper loves Brona. Yes. Brona's like a super small animal surgeon, so she's going to develop Hopper a 4th leg. I think that's what he thinks. You're going to grow him a 4th leg again. Yeah. He says, please, Mom, I want another leg. Oh, he loves her.